everyone, Comic Reviewer here, this time reviewing on issue 23 of Transformers Energon. Now, Transformers Energon is Dreamwave's take on the series, and is meant to be their own version, kind of like the 2008 Clone Wars series. And the cover mainly has Kicker in his cool gear with the Omicons. And the story starts off with Scorponok saying, "How much do I have to destroy? How many must suffer before you bow to the and do as I command?" And we see him attacking the command center and trying to blow it up to pieces with Dr. Jones inside. And Kicker saying, "Enough, enough! Just stop, okay? I'll do as you ask, Scorponok." And of course, we see how Red and Alexis try to kind of get to Kick on foot. And we see Alexis finding out that Carlos is also part of the same team with Red and Dr. Jones, and pointing out he can't really get any help as the command center is under attack. And we see Red seeing his old friends Optimus and the others, including some new ones, with Optimus saying, "Humans, we mean you no harm, but you must clear the area and get as far from..." "Prime, is that you?" "Red, Alexis, but what are you doing here?" And we kind of see how they all get to know each other, even amazed by people's new looks, how much they've aged, and even seeing some new looks from the other Autobots. And they mainly decide to go together to help deal with Tidal Wave and the others. And we see that Tidal Wave's holding Kicker hostage and trying to shippoon the Energon. And we see that Scorponok takes the Terracons with him to help deal with the problem. And we see how they mainly get ready for battle, and of course, some of them power link, some of them deal with the hyper modes, and this leads out to an all-out fight between both sides. And we got a giant clash with some of the Autobots taking on Scorponok's forces. And we see how Optimus says, "You know, I wasn't sure that would work." "Well, thanks at least for not sharing that beforehand. Inferno, you're up." "RC, signal flare, we know, team, we are robbed." And of course, take on the Terracons. And we see how Scorponok and the others do get a bit overwhelmed. And Scorponok saying, "Close combat then, as much as they give us. Give them back still more." And of course, we see how the team try to take them down. And we see how Scorponok takes on Inferno just as he's about to be crushed. But of course, something happens with the other Terracons and says, "Where's the other one?" And we see how Tidal Wave tries to shippoon the Energon. And we see how Kicker is mainly kept as a hostage, and Tidal Wave saying, "Have a care, human. You're far from home, and so very alone." "Oh? What am I, then? Some fragment of your Energon overload imagination? Kicker, cover your eyes." And of course, gets blasted, and we see strong-arming Hotshot rescuing Kicker, even presenting him with a sort of suit that Dr. Jones made. And we see how the Omicons deal with Tidal Wave, and of course, try to turn to his hyper mode to deal with the problem, and Kicker getting his iconic suit. And of course, they mainly try to get a break for it, and flee. And of course, it turns out the Energon that was being shipped were unstable, and Kicker pointing out that he kind of gave Tidal Wave some fool's gold in a way. And we see how Scorponok says, "No, not again. Having a bad day, Scorponox? Well, at least it can't make it worse." And we see how he's being dragged back to his failures, and of course with the other Terracons. And of course, we see how Alpha Q and the other 4 horsemen of Unicron want to reward him for his failure. And we see how Kicker is welcomed back. And we kind of see how Optimus decides that he's staying on Earth full time, and this time they're going to let the whole world know that the Autobots are going to stay full time. And this is the story. So I feel issue 23 does work. As you can kind of tell, there's going to be a lot more repercussions from Scorponok's actions. We see how Optimus definitely knew that there was going to come repercussions from after the events of Armada. Sometimes when one war ends, a new one opens a door. And I do feel Kicker's character is a little rushed in too quickly. I think if they used him for issue 18, maybe give him some more personality in issue 19, could have worked more. But I think this issue definitely deserves a thumbs up. Still good, and still alright. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.